Welcome back, everyone. We are here with our coverage of Gen Con 2021. I'm here with longtime friend of the show, Sarah Erickson of Renegade Games. Sarah, you've got a ton of games here this year. You've got a few deck builders. I want you to talk about those because I was under the misimpression that they were very similar, but they're quite different. And some other games as well.
Yeah, these deck builders, we have Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and Transformers, and they're all completely unique and different. So each one of them has something that's very special for either Power Rangers, Transformers, or G.I. Joe, and I love that about them. So if you're a fan of any of those, check out these deck builders.
Even if you're not really, because I played the Power Rangers one, and I'm not a big Power Rangers fan in general, but the mechanics of what that game did were very unique. I was assuming that these would have similar things, but they're new things for these properties, which is kind of cool.
Absolutely, yeah. For example, in G.I. Joe, you actually get a team of Joes together and you send them into a Jeep, that's some sort of transport, maybe it's a fighter jet, and you say, hey, I want to go on a mission. Anybody else want to join me? I've got 4 seats in my Jeep. I've already filled 2 of them with Joes. Do you want to come and join me? And then
to the other players?
To the other players, because it's cooperative. And so then other people send their Joes in with you and you go on a mission, and hopefully you can defeat Cobra, because there's actually 2 unique missions in the box. Each mission is a set of cards that all go together as a story. So you play through a whole mission, and then the next mission, if you want to play again, is another even more challenging set of things to accomplish.
Cool.
So each one of these deck builders is just totally different. The Transformers one, it's still a deck building game, but instead of having a river of cards, you actually have a matrix of face down cards, and you don't know what's going to be under any of those cards. So you go in, you flip over a card, it might be resources, might be abilities, extra things to add to your deck, or it might be a Decepticon, and you have to be prepared for that.
Oh, so in your deck?
In the grid.
Oh, in the grid.
Yeah,
in the grid.
And then you add some things to your deck that you get through the Matrix, but if you encounter a Decepticon, you have to be ready to deal with it.
Cool.
So
tell me about
really
the Hunger, too. This is not a deck builder. And this
it
is a game.
It is a deck builder.
It is. It is a deck builder.
Deck building
Your
year.
deck. It is a deck building year.
So this is a deck builder, a little bit different than these ones.
Very different.
But this is by Richard Garfield. Of course, many people know him from Magic the Gathering, Keyforge, but he also did Bunny Kingdom and King of Tokyo, some of my favorite games. So the Hunger is a deck building game where you're a vampire and you live in this castle up on the top of the hill. But we all get hungry, right? And so the vampires have to go to the village, get some snacks, feast on some villagers. But if they go too far and they eat too many villagers, they might not make it up to the castle before sunrise.
I love how you've mixed this friendly, cute art with the fact of what you just said, that we're going and just basically feasting on people. Interesting.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for showing us these, and they've got more stuff here at the booth. If you're here at Gen Con, come check it out. If not, make some comments down below and we'll answer as many more questions as you have. Thanks again, Sarah, for helping us out here and showing us what you have. And stay tuned for more coverage soon.
Thanks.
Hey, party people. I'm at the Orange Nebula booth with Lacey, not Stacy.
Not Stacy.
Just so I remember.
Lacey.
Okay, and we are here talking about Unsettled, which is about to come to backers. I'm excited to talk about it, so can you tell me about it? Because I don't even know what game I ordered, so.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of that. People come in with their bags and they're like, I bought all in. Can you tell me what's inside of it?
Can you tell me what I'm getting here?
So it's a cooperative game, and it's a space-themed game and a puzzle game, okay? So, and on top of that, it's a survival game, okay? Cooperative space survival puzzle game. Okay, that's what we're looking at.
Okay, I'm in. Tell me more.
Basically, we've all been sucked through a wormhole, and most of our crew has died. Our ship
this went dark real quick.
It did, okay. Our ship is malfunctioning, and we've got to survive and get through many puzzle pieces in order to get out alive. The biggest thing that we've been exploring in this game is group trust and group cohesion.
Wow.
And how your choices impact the other people in your party.
This is going to shock my game group. We really have to become bonded here. All right, here we go. So are you like chucking dice? What are you doing? Like kind of in the game? What are you doing?
Oh, there's so many pieces to it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so you're advancing up a scientific track to get new comprehensions. And as you continue to get higher in your scientific comprehensions, you're able to erect structures. As you erect structures, you're able to take, maybe you got some fungus on you and you've got to change that into food at at one of the structures.
So very spacey.
Yes.
Many planets in this game. I've seen there's a lot of planets and stuff.
This Kickstarter Kickstarter, and this every all-in bundle that we've done here has 6 planets.
Okay.
We imagine
more.
Infinite, really.
It's unsettled. Okay, here we go. Your plans are unsettled. Okay, so thank you so much, Stacy, not Lacey. Lacey, not Stacy. See, I did it. See, I did it. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Party people, thank you so much for your time. Take care. Welcome back to our Gen Con 2021 coverage. I am here with Stan Kordansky. You might recognize that name. Stan has designed some prolific games like Endless Winter is your new one, Dice Hospital, Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Resurgence, which is your first game that you were also publishing, right?
Correct. So yeah, I decided to finally, I've been meaning to do this for a while, and so I'm producing this game myself. I'm going to put it on Kickstarter through my own company, but with help of some knowledgeable people.
Sure, you got to have the right team. Yeah. And what we're looking at here is a prototype of this new game. This is called Resurgence. This doesn't look like a prototype to me. This looks like a final copy. We had a chance to sit down and kind of demo it a little bit. Go ahead and just tell us a little bit about this game. Give us a minute or two overview.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm really happy with this prototype. A lot of art and graphic design you'll see will be final. This game been worked on for a long time. And what this game about is, it's a post-apocalyptic Euro game. So it's an interesting, I think, topic for Euro games because it's a more of an exciting setting. And to make it even more unusual, it takes place in Moscow. So this is, you play over a map of a city of Moscow after a nuclear war has occurred, and you're trying to lead a band of survivors to rebuild, to regroup, and to start the human resurgence, hence the name of the game. This game is a bag building, engine building, worker placement game with hidden worker assignments.
Don't use saying magic words, Stan.
I know, it's gonna sound like a best thing ever to some people, and some people are gonna think it's sounds super complicated. But if you played a game like Orleans or a similar game, you know how it works. You would put some workers in the bag, and these workers, they're different types of workers. You will be pulling them out, and then you'll be placing these workers on the map. But the twist is, before you can do that, you have to plan your actions. So my workers, after I pull them out, they will actually go behind my screen, and everyone doing it at the same time. Then as we reveal, then it becomes clear what people are planning and doing. On top of that, you will vie for leadership in 3 different areas, and there's a leadership track here. So by assigning a lot of people to the same space, you increase your leadership, but you limit yourself to go into those spaces.
Yeah, that's one of my top things I love about this game. Let me talk about 2 things I'm really excited about. Number 1, you just nailed it. The fact that when you're placing your workers down, you need to worry about not only which actions you want to take, but also which of these tracks you want to gain influence in. I mean, I love a good track in a Euro game. And we got tracks here, we've got tracks for your different resources, we've got almost like set collection tracks for completing these objectives. And then also there's this whole base building element where you can actually pick the rooms that you want to build. You can assign your workers to your player board or to the main board, and you can just you're getting just a ton of stuff. You're getting new characters, new powers, new missions, and missions give you income. I mean, this thing sounds like you're just building and building until the end of the game. You're just doing everything, and it has such a satisfying feeling.
Yeah, you can really feel like you own the game towards the end. Like the way you build your base, what survivors you rescued affect the composition of your workers, but also affect the special powers that you have. The regions where you do the missions, they have, like you said, a set collection type of mechanic where then you get paid out for going to certain areas over and over again. There are events in the game. There's more flavor to it.
Yeah, it's very thematic.
A Euro, but I try to put a lot of theme in it without taking the focus away from player interaction, because it's all about watching other people. What are they doing? What are they going for? It's a 2 to 4 player game. The solo mode is in progress, so it's gonna have a solo mode eventually. It's being play tested.
And you'll probably see more coverage of this on our channel too. But this is Resurgence. This is Half Kingdom Games. This is your brand new publishing company. So if you like Stan's games, you don't want to miss this one. Stick around for more coverage of this sometime later this year, for sure. But Stan, thank you so much. This game is fantastic.
Thank you for sitting down with me.